King Solomon said, "What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun."
So over and over again, we experience conflicts which have happened before.
In a familiar incident, a small, religiously dominated country was invaded and quickly overwhelmed by a modern, powerful military. The victors brought with them an advanced system of justice, culture, and beliefs.
But bands of religious extremists made frequent attacks against the occupiers. Under threat of further war, the religious leaders agreed to keep the radicals under control, and an uneasy peace began.
This was Judea. The superpower was Rome. And in the week before Passover, in 32 AD, yet another charismatic leader was closing in on the Judean capital.
This posed a threat to both the Roman governor Pilate and the religious leader Caiaphas. The charismatic leader was from Nazareth. His name was
The first
Jesus.
thing I learned as governor of Judea, like everything else, information is always for sale. I knew Jesus was coming a full day before he arrived in Jerusalem. I could have stopped him, but he didn't seem to be the threat that Caiaphas had claimed him to be. He terrified Caiaphas.
Pilate and I agreed that if I could control the people, the Romans would not attack the temple. I am the high priest. I decide what God wants, not some lowly carpenter who thinks he's a rabbi. If I did not stop him, Jesus would shatter our fragile peace. I could not let this one man, this Jesus, risk the security of an entire nation.
I thought Jesus posed a greater threat to the Pharisees than to Rome. We weren't dealing with another radical zealot like Barabbas.
I'm a Jewish patriot. The only way I see it to overthrow Rome is to return might for might. As Jesus rallies the people, I will turn them into an army.
Jesus was my son, my boy. I heard every word he spoke from childhood on. I would have known if he were going to Jerusalem to lead a rebellion. They were wrong. Jesus had no intention of confronting the Romans. He was interested in bringing the people a more permanent freedom.
I know now that he didn't want to be king of the world. He wanted to be servant of the world. And it took that fateful week in 32 AD to wake us up. Especially Thomas, probably the most cynical man I ever knew.
We were reaching the point of no return, and I knew it. The other 11 knew it. You could see it in their eyes. We were just a few hours from Jerusalem, and the momentum was carrying us along.
We had no idea what to expect. That's why I brought my sword, just in case. It seemed that Passover brought every Jew from around the world to Jerusalem. What a perfect week for Jesus to establish his kingdom. From the beginning, I knew he was destined. I read the scriptures. It was his claim.
Like Peter, I knew we were right on the edge of what God wanted us to do. Hundreds of people lining the roads to Jerusalem, waving palm branches. I was more excited and hopeful than I've ever been.
And when Jesus entered the place where the road goes down to Mount Olive, the whole crowd went wild, praising God and shouting, Hosanna!
Simply Hosanna, Hosanna we sing, the Son of David we crown you.